Hello YouTube, how you doing, Earthlings? Sorry if it's a bit scary seeing my face in full bright sunshine, but I've kind of I can't really do much in this bright light modelling. Oops, let me turn the brake. Forgot about music, sorry. Anyway, I just want to show you I've got one of my Thanoses packed up, ready to hopefully I'll sell it. Yeah, I just wanted to apologise first of all because I've done two videos. One before this one that I'm just uploading at the moment. I finished painting Yoda's eyes, with Yodaling, youngling, foundling, the child, his eyes, and my method of getting them onto YouTube is I have to I do my film, I'll do my one take film and then put it on, open up iTunes, do my backup without backing up my apps, and then I have to go into application data, mobile sync, and then the folder, and I get the folder out, the biggest one with the largest file with the date that I filmed on, and then put them into my folder and then turn them into MP4s, and that's how I get my videos off. But I did my Yoda eye video, and I'd done a backup on the iTunes like I usually do, thinking that would save it into my mobile sync folder, and then went ahead and done another video and then done a backup and saved that into my mobile sync folder. But of course I deleted the previous video because I thought that, well, I have problems sometimes when I'm doing a video and I run out of space on my camera and it stops recording, even though I've got something like 6 gigs worth of space on there. It decides that it's had enough, and then so yeah, so because I deleted that video off when I'd done my second backup, it deleted everything that was on the previous backup, and but anyway, I'm just going to go through very quickly how I've done Yoda's eyes, because let me just show you them in the light and have the camera in shade, because you probably couldn't actually see anything I'm filming there either, because I've got the camera not in the shade. But anyway, let me just do exactly what I just said and zoom in on them, and I can tell you how I've done them. Let me put them there actually and get the lens in the shade of my hand. Right, zoom in please, just to show them. Right, I did the shaping as I mentioned in the last video, then I painted them black with quite a few coats, and then making sure I got loads of streaky lines in them, I've done some black coat on the inside bit where I'd sort of melted it a bit, and it came out quite rough, so I filled it in with quite a few layers of clear Mod Podge glossy stuff that sort of flattened it off a bit, and painted it with some matte black, but I've got to do a bit more matte black in there. But the eyes, I'm going to tell you how I've done those. I've used a bit of burnt sienna for, just sort of dry brushing very lightly that way and that way. Then I mixed up the burnt sienna with some yellow ochre, half and half, and then done another few lines brushing that way. Then I discovered that it's my black that I did to try and get the sort of the iris effect with the streaking of the paint. That didn't actually come out that well, and you can see some of the sort of the polystyrene ball. So I started painting it that way to dry brush straight over the streaks, and that was coming out quite well. So then I've done another lighter with a bit more yellow ochre in there, with the burnt sienna, and then my last addition was some of that gold I'm using for the Thanos armour, and I think I've got quite a good sort of spangly eye effect. And when I finally, when I've got that really matte black in the middle of that there, just get the camera into the shade again. Yeah, you can see a bit better there now, can you? Yeah, when I do the matte black in the middle there, it should be like a deep dark hole, and then I've still got to do some white around the whites of his eyes, but I can only do that when I find out, well, because they're dry now, they're dried off a bit, quite a bit now, so I can show you over here quickly. I've got the balls that I'm going to put in, so I'm going to be putting, so you can see the kind of effect I'm going for. I'm probably going to gloss over his eye, over this bit that I've painted. I'm going to use Mod Podge over this bit, clear. But yeah, I think they might come out kind of how I want them to. May well not work at all, and they just look crap. But I don't know. You know, I've had so many different attempts at trying to get a ball and trying to do his eyes. It's quite funny, really. But I've sort of settled on these halves of a keyring that I got off eBay. So you know, most of it is going to be covered with eyelids anyway. But yeah, I think it might get quite a good eye effect. Where I've done the clear gloss, I've still got some touching up with some matte to do. Well, actually, I'll just paint in the middle matte and then go over the whole eye with the Mod Podge clear. Because I think you're still going to be able to see the iris effect I've tried to get. But yeah, anyway. So sorry about that, mucking up my video like that, and just but yeah, have a quick look at the outside of where I live. It's the Thames. I go and part of my daily routine is going to go and feed. I go and feed birds every day, every morning. It's one of the only ways that I get out of the flat, really. And well, actually, I'm going to talk about my cats quickly. These are some paintings my mum done of the previous cats that have lived with me, that have since passed away. First of all, it was Buzz. He was a black rescue cat. He was a lovely, fluffy thing. Yeah, I kind of inherited him from my landlady, who I used to live with, and Buzz used to just come and sleep with me in my bedroom all the time. So when she moved out, she left him with me. And when I moved here, I moved here in this flat now with Buzz, and he didn't last here very long, unfortunately. Then I've got Smokey. He was a very old cat already. I think he was something like 18, I think, 16, 18, I think, when I got him. He was another rescue cat, poor old Smokey, and he lived until 22 years old, which is quite an amazing age for a cat. He used to love sitting in fact, let me see if I've got any pictures of the cats while I'm just sorry about this. I'm going to find a folder, a cat folder. I've got so many pictures. I haven't got many videos, unfortunately, or pictures of the old cats, because the phones and that didn't really come out before then. Anyway, I'm just trying to, me and my family. My cats are part of my family. Come on, stupid computer. Buzzy boy. This was one of the few photographs I've got of Buzz. Quite a yeah. I've got the sun is a real problem. Pain in the arse, sun is sometimes. And I think I've only got one other. Yeah, this picture of Buzz, lovely Buzzy boy, and then Smokey. I'm giving them all Star Wars names. This is so Darth Buzz is Darth Buzz, obviously. Jedi Smokey. He was a lovely boy. I did love Smokey so much. Smokey Mokey. He's a very old cat. Oops, I've got my finger over the lens and it's in the sun again. Oh, go away, sun. How can I get rid of this sun? That's kind of it, I think. Yeah, if I find a picture of him, yeah, he used to love getting in my dressing gown in the morning. Funny little boy. He used to sleep with me on the bed. I used to wake up with him every morning and then come in and then give him his breakfast in the morning with him in his dressing gown. And also he used to love just sort of rolling about on the sofa like this. He used to just sort of love to fall down with his head, sort of completely roll up on the sofa. I used to have to lift him up onto the sofa as well because he couldn't get up on his own. Oh, this sun is really annoying me. See, I did have blinds up, but the people that rented my flat out that decided not to pay me loads of rent decided to just take them all down and throw them away, which is nice of them, along with nicking all this stuff that wasn't nailed down. Anyway, that's Smokey. Then I've got Susie, Princess Susie, who I got after Smokey. She was another rescue cat, another black cat. Funny, 5 of the 6 cats that have lived with me have been black, because they're the ones that people don't like so much as my little Susie. Oh, she loved mucking about on bean bags and posing, and I think those pictures might have been Smokey actually, I'm not sure. But anyway, she loves going underneath, hiding in things as well underneath the rug. There's some of her under the rug pictures. She loved the sun, and I loved to put toys on her as well. She doesn't look too happy there. Funny girl. Yes, she is. Oh, Susie, I do miss you, Susie. There she is with some more toys on her and balls. She was a funny girl. Poor Susie. Anyway, she's no longer with me. She's again underneath in the rug. She did make me laugh. She used to come and greet me every morning. Every morning at 6 o'clock she used to come and sit on my lap in my bed, wake up for her lunch. She used to like playing behind the door here with a stick. Poor Susie, she used to love the sun. This is her when she had to live in the coach with me with her tongue sticking out, poor girl. She didn't like living in on that sanctuary. She was really cold or really hot, or somewhere in between, but she never really recovered from being so cold in that place. And she died a couple of months after I got her back into the flat. So while I had Susie, I got Rosie 2D2 as I called her. She's a mad cat, she is. She's a bit crazy, but a lot of tabbies have got OCD issues. But anyway, she there she's asleep, her head hanging over. She was with my landlady again, and I went up to see her where she was living at the time, and she had like so many cats there that and when I sat down, she came and sat. She used to live on top of the fridge, and that's the only place she felt safe, really. And when I went around to see them one day, this Rosie came and sat on my lap, and she said, "Oh, that's the first person whose lap she's ever sat on." And she said, "Oh, I think she wants to come and stay with you." So she came and lived with me. I'm trying to find a picture of her when she first arrived. She had hardly any fur on her back. She was really sort of you know, quite badly beaten up by all the other cats. But no, I can't find. You know, there's a few videos of the cats on my. There we are. I think this is. Yeah, she arrived with hardly any. Loads of scabs on her back and hardly loads of fur missing. Poor girl. And yeah, so I had Rosie and Smokey, Rosie and Susie for a while. And while I had them, I thought, well, I had so much room, I'm going to have another cat with me. This was little Daisy. Got her from a shelter. She had 4 kittens. No one wanted to take her, and because she was another black cat. So the only cat that wasn't black that I've rescued from a shelter was one that decided to come and live with me, Rosie. Yeah, I really get confused with my names because I had Susie and Rosie, and then Daisy. She came to me as Dee Dee, but I thought I'd just make it really confuse myself and call her Daisy. So I'm always calling them Daisy or Rosie or Susie and getting their names mixed up. But yeah, she's kind of semi-feral, she is really, and she's never really sat on my lap, although she's coming. I've had her for quite a few years now, and she is coming to sort of sleep on my lap on the bed. But yeah, and you see I have loads of pictures of all of them. They were like sitting in the bath, and I've always got pictures of Daisy's always a very funny one in the bath. Playing with the bits of string and things, and yes, she's very rounded cat. She's always been very not slim but not fat, you know, always just the right size, and she loved it at the sanctuary. I should have left her there really, but then I wouldn't have been very happy with how they. I think she's coming back with me. I thought that's probably just as good a thing really. Yeah, she loves it here. So yeah, so I've got a picture of Susie who died last year, 2018. Smokey died quite a few years ago now. I was distraught after Smokey died. And Buzz, and they're all buried up on top of a hill. Oh dear, I just bent Yoda's up in that hill up there. So I can see where they are. They're all buried up on top of the hill. But anyway, don't want that video to be too depressing. I've just bent Yoda's ear, unfortunately. But yeah, hope you like what I'm doing, and hope you like my cats. And please tell me about your ones if you want to, or how many you've had. I think I'll probably have cats for the rest of my days, but I was kind of thinking of maybe, because I lived in a van for a few months while I was trying to evict the idiots that were living here, the non-rent payers and the people that just tried to just destroy my flat. They also took up all my carpet in the front room here as well, and painted the floor and the hallway as well, and chucked all that out, which I was a bit annoyed about, and painted the walls dark grey in here, which was very nice. I've just gone with regulation magnolia again. But yeah, when I was living in my van, I felt the freest I've ever have done, and if I ever get rid of all my massive amounts of hoard, and I wouldn't mind living in a van again with a dog, maybe a little doggy, to live out the last few parts of my life. But that's probably not going to happen. I'll probably just have cats forever, or Daisy will probably just be living with me forever. Yeah, so yeah, I think Susie died. She must have been about 18 when she died, I think. But Smokey was 22, because I think I got Susie when she was. I think she was 16 even when I got her, and I'd caught her for quite a few years. I mean, she might have been older than 18. This is human years, but anyway, that'll be the end of this video. It's gone on for long enough. 19 minutes, just talking about eyes, and I only want to talk about the eyes that I messed the video up on. But anyway, take care, and hope to speak to you soon. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it for advert-free content. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. I'm trying to press my off button.